what are you going to do next year, Mark? And I said, they said, if you had a dream, what would you do? Oh, I'd love to take my kids up to visit the Oneida School and the Oneida Reservation, where I'd been a storyteller in residence many years before. I said, it's such a rich, beautiful environment for my students. So they started saying, whatever you want to do, make it as big and as exciting as you like to be. We'll support you. So that was the first time that I had this group of parents kind of come to me and say, we're going to do more than parents do. At one point, one of them said, well, I'll write a grant to help us pay for this. And so we brainstormed different places, but it started around place in this conversation with parents and then this involvement of professionals. So from that experience, one thing I learned, place centered it. Second is what resources are available. So when I had parents as resources in a multi-age classroom, I typically would have fifth grade parents who had already been with my class for a year. They had ideas of their own about what we could do. And so the richness of that returning parents made that such a strong resource, and the returning students made them such strong resources because they already had skills in place-based study. So when I'm now beginning to do something, it's so much easier than if I were beginning with a totally new group. I'm not creating a community. The community already exists. It's just continuing with new people coming. So place and resources. Eventually that year, that's what we did. We studied Dane County. We did a whole lot of studying our nearby neighborhoods, seeing ourselves and our community as part of Dane County, bringing in speakers, going off on Madison field trips, and we did that all year, studied and planned, did all kinds of things. We did this as a class. So what did I do? I worked with partners who could support us in making things happen. What I did with the kids is that I engaged them in the planning with me. As in, I'd give them a homework assignment. Go and talk with your parents, ask them, where should we go in Dane County? And so they brought it back and we digested that. And, what do we want to do with this information? Then we took a bus trip for about 375 miles over 4 days. We left on Monday morning, came back Thursday night, and we traveled around the smaller towns and the farms and rural spaces all around. We probably made 8 to 10 stops of places that we went to every day. So it was just really thick. And we came back, and for the rest of the year, that was a trip in early March, and the rest of the year we digested it, created a book with parent support, created a website with the support of the Center for the Study of Upper Midwestern Cultures, and with all of those support structures in place, built this really elaborate thing. And there were other parents who helped, but I'm just trying to describe this kind of magic of what Wes was able to do and what Margaret was able to do to help with the fundraising. And what the parent who took the lead in editing the book that we wrote. I mean, the kids did the writing, but there was a huge amount of work, and so having a professional writer there, all of our projects worked like that. I mean, it was like parents finding an opportunity to be engaged in a way they had never been engaged as parents before.